Well, how's it going, Kingsman? Welcome back to another NTW3 battle, another clan battle for that. Say at that, it's another clan battle. So the IZ versus the Templar clan. I'll pop the results up of where those two are at in the standing. But yeah, this one is going to be on Aspern-Essling. And this one looked to be quite an amazing looking fight between two clans that have some very good players, in my opinion. And plus, I love the map of Aspern-Essling. It is one of the most cinematic looking maps you can have. Now, I do not have the points for both sides. I have the generals for all the corps. They are playing the 1805 corps on this field. So first, we're just going to go over, mostly because they spawn so close to each other. We're going to go over first the Imperials, who are being played by the Templar clan. You have an 7-point Massena. He's going to be holding the town of Essling. And then you have the 13-point Solt holding Aspern. You have 7-point Bernadotte in the center, and then a 5-point Marmont. He is in the back, reinforcing. Now, like I said, I don't have the coalition's point numbers, but I have the names. You have, which I believe is the 12-point Bagration, 11-point Bellegarde. I'm not totally sure about that, but you have a Constantin and a Cathcart, who is the UK. I believe he's a 5-pointer. But 32 points total for each side. And excuse me, I tried drinking too much coffee too fast, and my body's like, you hit too much caffeine all at once. But yeah, no, it is going to be a very interesting battle because so far, the French are split up. They have Massena holding Essling all by himself without any reinforcements for the time being. And, I mean, so far, the 5-pointer is the one rolling towards him, but you could have a Bagration or a Constantin pushing in this direction, although I see the Russians general moving in this direction to meet up with Bellegarde. And then the other Russian general over here. So far, Massena is actually not in a bad position-wise. And, of course, you have the reinforcing Bernadotte pushing over to help out here. He has a lot of the Bavarians. Almost forgot. And, of course, like always, guys, a nice open field in between the towns will make for some very interesting plays. A lot of artillery is going to have easy shots on the enemy.
The buildings up.
Now, you can see the 13-pointer. He has taken Aspern. I believe this is Aspern, right? I'm just making sure again. Yeah. All right, Aspern is fully in his control. In fact, he is pushing out of the town after sending a couple units to take some LOCs. After all, it is a tournament game. And if you're not going by deathmatch, you definitely want to by LOC. And the LOCs are with the Imperials for the moment, meaning the coalition is going to have to be on the attack. Now we are seeing Russians now making their appearance as Solt is scouting. You have some Hussars who are trying to maybe scare off the French cavalry so they don't know exactly where the Russians are planning on making their attack. And this is kind of, in a way, unless the French push out, this is kind of going to be in the hands of the IZ clan. They are going to get to choose where to attack. And from what I can see, they maybe are going to shift everything to this right in center and kind of leave Massena alone. Now, maybe they're going to let the UK be a diversion as he is a 5-pointer. And he can distract this 7-pointer. And who knows, maybe the 7-pointer is going to stay in the town. Maybe not. It's too early on to really tell. But this is what makes this mod one of the best mods in the game. Is the maneuvering, guys, is half the battle. Shifting your troops to the right direction and then making that big play all at once, that is the biggest part of this battle, I think. And if you are in the wrong spot or the enemy is in the right spot, it's over. It usually will be over for you, and there's nothing you can do about it. So we are going to see how the teams, these clans, push and where they defend. And so far, Solt is pushing out here. We still have yet to see the reinforcements The 5-pointer actually is quite a... I think he has a larger army. Yeah, he has 2,000 men. So 5-pointer, don't let that surprise you. You're still seeing quite the array of forces. What a beautiful core. Just gorgeous. Shout out for the... Okay, somebody asked me about the reshades I'm using. I actually don't know what settings I'm using. I just checked a bunch of boxes while looking at the game, just like trying stuff out to see what worked the best. And what I got is what I got, I guess. I can probably load up my presets, I think, and then I can post them if people want to try that. I can look into it. I'm not totally sure. Like I said, not a computer whiz at all. It took me forever just to figure out how to upload videos and edit and render them. So I'll try. I will maybe try and see. I just honestly put on some like model sharpenings, 1 or 2 clarity maybe things. I didn't do much. Now, France is starting to try to scout the UK position. Austria is sending some cavalry support. The 5-pointer probably try to keep the cav off their back. Depending on what happens here, maybe Massena will actually push out and hit the flank. Now, I'm assuming still, even if the coalition is arrayed in this line, like so, then Massena can still push out. And the fact that Bernadotte is pushing over here, 14 points total. And then a 13 points on the left side with the 5-point, with a very large army, maybe taking up the center. That may be what's going to happen here. I'm just kind of thinking out loud about what they could be trying to do. I mean, having basically hard-hitting flanks for the French, the right and left flank both being insanely high, strong points, and then a 5-pointer in the middle. It's a gamble, of course, but given the terrain, they can stick their artillery here and force the enemy back and let the 5-pointer just be supported by artillery while the flanks swing in on both sides and really put the hurt on the coalition. Depending on what the coalition is, this could work out really well for the Templars. Of course, I don't think the IZ are just going to take that. I'm sure they'll do scouting of their own. Man, look how beautiful this looks. Just absolutely beautiful. It never gets old. I'm sorry, but I've done probably almost 400 videos of NTW3 now, which is shocking. Almost 400 videos. The amount of hours that is, I'm not even gonna think about it. But it never gets old, guys. I mean, I know I don't post every day. Maybe that's why it's never gotten old, is I don't burn myself out on this. I post, you know, when I can, and it's not every day, so I don't get tired of it. The fatigue, the content fatigue that a lot of YouTubers seem to hit, I have not hit, thankfully, so far. Every once in a while, I'm not gonna lie, I've taken a break once in a while, for like a week. I think 2 weeks, maybe it's the longest I've taken. And part of that's just, you know, focusing on family and stuff, which I know you guys all understand. And it always does well, and then I come back just totally ready. One thing I do want to start doing, especially over this spring and summer, once it hits spring, starting to stream again. I've missed these battles, like actually playing them. It's one thing to watch them, it's another thing to be able to play actively. There's a different dynamic. But anyway, enough about me. Let's go back to the battle here. So it does look like Soult, he was pushing up. Maybe he was hoping to get an edge. Maybe he was hoping the coalition was closer than they were. But their artillery is set up. So it's going to be a lot of artillery slugging back and forth for a minute until something happens. Of course, like I said, guys, the coalition has to. They literally have to make an attack somewhere in order to win. They can't sit back and just shoot their artillery all battle. And the French know that. I'm sure they know that. And it's going to make it a very interesting fight. At some point, someone's moving somewhere. And keep in mind, the French, they're not even deploying their guns yet, guys. They are waiting. Bernadotte's corps standing in reserve. They have not even deployed to the front. They are waiting. Massena's troops are sheltered in the town. Davout, honestly, is the only one who really is going to be getting shot right now. You even have Marmont. He's hanging out in the back. He's waiting to deploy his corps. So it's just kind of the waiting game for the French. They really just have to hang out, have troops to react to whatever flank is going to be attacked or threatened, which I think they do. They have their troops arrayed in such a way that Marmon can easily push forward in the center if the coalition attack this way. They can put pressure on the flank. If Massena gets attacked, Bernadotte is right there. Davout can pull back to the town, and like I said, the 5-pointer can easily rush to their assistance. And quite honestly, at that point, this whole total of 14 points for this corps could swing into the flank quite easily, at least putting pressure on the coalition as they make their attack. This may be a little while. I assume that the... Ooh, man. Love these uniforms for the UK. Look at these guys. Look at these dudes. But they're trying to get in position. I'm assuming they're still totally remobilizing. Well, it may take a second. In all reality, now we do have, I do believe, some cavalry trying to scout the French position. Davout does not have any artillery set up to support his side. Maybe the coalition is going to view that as a golden opportunity if their artillery is only firing from, you know, Essling. And Aspern seems artillery free for the moment. I mean, I do know Marmont's artillery is in reserve and has not deployed to the fight yet. But yeah, if they're just going to be marching around for a little bit, I may just edit out the part where I'm just staring at a screen. And we will go from there. So I may skip ahead. We'll see. Alright guys, so a little bit of development, more just mobilizing. It looks like the 5-pointer and 7-pointer, so Marmont and Bernadotte, they're shifting, they're replacing each other. They're kind of swapping places. I think a 5-pointer supporting the Massena may actually work out better for them anyway. And then Bernadotte could be able to support the Davout, or sorry, not Davout, Sol. Oh, it's not, there's no T, I think, with Sol. It's Sol, not Salt. It's the American way of saying it. It's Sol. I believe someone corrected me on that. Just remembered it now. Dude, look at the attention. See, this is what the shaders do. This did not used to be popping out. Like, the attention to the buttons and the wrinkles and the vest. That was not there before. If anything, at least it's on my screen. I can see it. Maybe you guys don't see it as well. I know that technically as you record stuff, it's slowly but surely, when you record something, the quality decreases a little bit. And then when you render, it decreases it a little bit sometimes. I try not to let any of that quality get lost, but it does happen. I do need to upgrade my computer again. Even though I do have a 3070 graphics card, 5600 processor. And, like, I could get more RAM, I guess, and more storage, I guess. I don't know. Anything to increase the quality of this game is so old. I feel like the more I do, the better off it'll be. I don't know what this cavalry's trying to do. They're trying to scout this area. These guys are not hidden anymore. They're staying right out of rifle range. That is a well. You can tell that this Russian player knows about where the distance is for rifle range, because he is literally waltzing almost right out of rifle range. That is, I don't think I would know that. Impressive stuff. Still nothing though, huh? Still no attack. IZ may be having a full remobilization, which may, like I said, it may take them a minute. Look at these guys resting in the shade of the trees. It's almost like, you know, in Gettysburg, when the Confederates were sitting in the shade of the trees, and they had an open plain out in front of them, the artillery shelling, and they're just waiting for the order to charge across the open field. This almost looks like that could be that. I mean, obviously there's more trees in the way, but, like, you know, it'd be like way over there on that ridge maybe that they would have to charge to. That is a long way to go. That's probably actually realistically accurate. How long? Yep. I've actually been to Gettysburg, and I got to see across the field, I think it's charged, how far they actually had to go. It was far, guys. It was far. Those guys were insane. Insane bravery to march out in open field where the artillery is just going to hit them. Alright, so the Confederates, wow, totally side-railed. The UK are now over here. I still have not seen any real plays by IZ. And the French are just still mobilized. And like I said, the French don't have to attack. They can be defensive. or at least wait for the coalition to attack, and then they will make their attack, I am sure. But we'll have to skip ahead again, maybe, if nothing happens. We are back. May have some final engagement here. You have Russia pushing on Seoul's core. Seoul? I'm just gonna say Seoul because I'm American. Sounds weird to say Seoul. I apologize to all the French lovers or French people in general. Yeah, so Russia is pushing here on the flank. His troops, you can see also Austria in the center making their appearance. This just popped out of nowhere. Oh, some artillery getting charged by Bernadotte. Now, we do have Bernadotte, who also shifted his core, as well as a 5-pointer. All over here, Massena is on his own for now. And we have a general movement now, guys. They're starting to make their appearance. Russians and Austrians and the British pushing up here. It does look like Essling, or not Essling. Essling's going to be left alone. Aspern is going to be assaulted at some point here as the Austrians make their advance here. We do have grenadiers and such. I mean, you can see Bernadotte way in the background. Man, look how beautiful that looks. I mean, minus the guy getting dragged by his horse. Ooh, that's a wild ride. But I'm assuming Massena may be actually pushing out. I think they realize, like, oh, shoot. We have nothing happening on our side. Yep, he's going to mobilize. I think they realize the IZ are showing their hand now. And there's 35 minutes remaining in this battle, so they've been taking their time a little bit. Now, Russia swinging around this flank. I'm assuming there's another Russia here, so yeah, Bernadotte, Marmont, gonna both shift their forces over here. Graveyard, there's probably gonna be a brutal fight for it. As the 46th get in position, we have some light infantry contingents from Russia. Some musketeers making their appearance as well. Now, this is a very defensible position for France. They have the stone wall, which I believe does catch bullets, so they're not going to suffer as heavily. But then again, the tree line does provide a little bit of shelter, I believe, as well. Maybe I'm wrong about that, but I'm just going to assume that is correct. That's realistic, right? And then, of course, you have Soult. Bernadotte, actually, mostly. Bernadotte is pushing up here to defend this right side as Austria's pushing. France has their artillery set up, shifting more over. Like I said, Massena, he's pushing out a little bit out of Essling. Provide assistance. Of course, the UK are still over here. We are not seeing everybody in position. Austria has artillery now firing. Now, maybe we're going to see a huge flanking attack on the French left flank. You see France has pulled back his corps around the church. I'm assuming that's a church, right? That's a church, yeah. Got the cross and everything. Here comes Russia. Oh, man, look at them ready to repel. They're like, stand your ground. I know it's not French. Artillery going to be setting up for Russia as well. Oh, howitzers. Missed. But still, that's concerning on this flank. A lot more Russians pushing over. Austria looks like maybe they're going to try tying up a portion of Soult's core. And at the same time, Russia, maybe Bagration and Konstantin are going to push in. And they'll try to attack this one core. Although, like I said, Bernadotte, Marmont, mostly Marmont, is here to help defend the left side. And there are a lot of grenadiers in the town. Now, where is they? Now, here's some grenadiers right here. Several corps of grenadier. Several units, I should say. There's 3 right here at least. Here comes some grenadiers from Austria, though. And you can see Massena's pushing out of Essling. Oh, look at this, though. Beautiful, grand, showy army. Cavalry in reserve. Tons of grenadiers. Oh, the church got hit. All right, nothing else really happening, guys. This is the only conflict, thankfully, so I don't have to bounce back and forth. I love it when there's a conflict on one side only, at least in the very beginning. Don't want to miss the heat in action that is going to take place. Oh, that's beautiful. So the Grenadiers pouring in some fire on this house. Look at that. It's like a movie. Now Russia looks like they're getting a little bit closer here. The French haven't given a whole lot of ground, but they have given a little bit up. They're taking a couple losses on each side. But now they have a little bit of a wall. Oh, so we have some, yep, the Grenadiers from Austria getting a lot closer. Nothing really happening over here. I'm surprised. I mean, maybe the French are waiting, but they have a 2 7-pointers, 14 points, although that's not the majority of his core. I do believe Bernadotte has troops over here as well. Are they? Maybe not. Maybe not. Maybe they can, but they can push a lot of force here. Although the UK seem to be advancing to meet them, so maybe they need to just bide their time. Maybe I'm impatient, you know. Impatuis. The fourth line. Very good unit. They're going to hold quite well. Oh, the Grenadiers getting a lot closer. Ooh, this is going to hurt. This volley from France. This 57th. Ooh. Will they pour in a volley? Yeah, they get themselves out of there in time. Missed opportunity, 57th. Missed opportunity. I love it. This battle's not... This battle isn't, like, going crazy yet. Kind of like it. Able to catch everything in cinematic quality without rushing around being like, oh, this is happening here and this is happening here. But there's definitely pressure. You can feel the steady pressure being put on the French by the coalition as more and more reinforcements are pouring over to the side. Row upon row of Russians waiting to be sent in. Of course, another LOC held. This is going to be a bloody town fight. More Grenadiers being pushed up to the front. Oh. What a shot. The Austrians are getting flanked here. Look at this LOC. They're just pouring in volleys from the side. It is a very tough house, guys, to fight for. It is very tough. Now, over here, we do have the UK. They're pushing up to Bernadotte's core. They will also have to deal with Massena, who's, I'm sure, going to start pushing up to support the center. And we will see what this 5-pointer does. He may just be a demonstration to keep forces tied up so they can keep pushing in here. Like I said, Austria obviously is only attacking here with Russia. And they haven't made a lot of progress, but they haven't taken heavy losses either. I think they're still trying to feel out where to make their attack. And like I said, this town is going to be tough for them to take. Not only is, I think, the stats of the coalition's infantry is not as good as the French infantry, if I'm not mistaken. Like, these corps, this is like almost the peak, I think, of French performance in the field, if I'm not mistaken. I could be totally wrong, you know, but I'm pretty sure they were a pretty solid army at this point. The French were. Here we go. Cathcart's going to get involved against Bernadotte. Oh, who's firing? Oh, is a Massena? Massena's engaging here against the UK. Oh, I see cavalry here. Going through the back, taking out an... Oh, they didn't take it out. Oh my gosh. What a shame. They've been sitting in the back for a long time. I'm surprised they didn't try going for a general. They almost took out the Austrian artillery, but did not work. Russia's pushing back. Actually, looks like they are falling back here. Actually, Russia's in the center. Oh, okay. So there is a Russia in the center. It is not two Russian armies. I thought there was over here. And it looks like they're actually pushing this direction. And now Massena is like, oh, let's fall back to Essling. Hurry, please. Thank you. And we may see a mobilization of... Yeah, Massena even shifted corps over here. I think they thought they were going to be fighting in Aspern. And Essling may have been the real target. I mean, they're gonna run out of time at some point, and we're gonna have to see some engagement here. Both sides. Maybe these grenadiers will make an attack. Wait, where'd they go? No way they just disappeared. But anyway, yeah, we have Cathcart. Oh yeah, they are totally going on a. They're making a diversion so they can go toward Essling. That is an IZ tree. I mean, I've seen IZ play a couple games, and they like those crazy maneuvers, and I've seen them pull off some pretty cool stuff. I think as Prussia, they pulled off a really cool maneuver where they were going straight at the enemy. They all angled to the, like, how do I describe this? Imagine the French lines along this road, Russian lines right here. They went in advance, and then all of a sudden they all went in a slant and went straight at the left of the French. I think, or it was the right, whatever happened. They went at a total diagonal line and just absolutely crushed a flank, and then turned around and just ate up the rest of the French line. It was beautiful. It was cinematic. It was a strategic masterpiece. Love seeing it. Now we do have Russia. We'll see why this LOC is so hard to take. These guys are going to get shot by the guys in the house as they're attacking. And not only that, but they get shot as they're coming in from the wall. This will be a bloody fight for this LOC. If the Russians can take it, it's going to help them gain a very strong foothold. Oh, we have the officer here fighting it out. Oh, the drummer gets killed. No. Ooh, he gets some. Oh, he gets two. Oh. He's dead. Officer down. Oh, hold that thought, though. I hear charging from somewhere. Oh, we have Russia going in against the 57th here. So we have a melee starting off while the LOC is being fought for. Get some. All right, let's look at the grand scheme of things here. Austria pushing up on the stone wall, attacking it. France pushing forward more units to kind of support this melee. Massena, I think, panicked. I mean, I would have panicked too, but I mean, the UK went that way, and now they're pushing back, and they're going for the town. Nice volleys from France supporting the defense by the 57th. You have the 4th and 28th. And they're shooting into the flank of this Russian infantry as they're in melee. However, the 57th not doing too hot here in this melee. He's going to pull back. Probably commit some grenadiers to this action. The Russian attack on this LOC in Aspern not going so well. Things starting to cook off a little bit here. We have Cart fighting Bernadottes' corps. He's also going in with Russia. Maybe they're going to try flanking this town from two sides, maybe even three sides here. You have Marmont's corps on the flank against this Russian. Half of the Russian corps, I'm assuming the other Russia is here. We may have Austria push. Oh, man. It's a brutal defense and attack here. France in a beautiful position. Sitting very strong in that position. We may have some Chevaliers charge in. Yes, we are. Let's follow these guys in and see where they're going. This tree line's gonna make it very difficult, but here they go. They're charging in. Getting the cavalry involved, and the infantry can charge in as well. We see some dragoons shifting up for the French now. And over here, Bernadotte, you can see he is shifting his corps back while Massena starts swinging in on the flank. Oh, a nice counter volley breaking the Austrian line. Or just regular line, I think, of Austrians now engaging the stone wall. This is a rough assault, guys. Oh. They break. Austria gets their first breakthrough here. Let's see if they can capitalize on it. Oh, that line breaks. They're going to push forward more. France still has a good position here. The Chasseurs Cheval, they're going to hit a Russian square. Ooh, we have some cuirassiers from Russia with the Russian lines. Push up. Bernadotte may be in a bit of a pinch here. Things not looking too good. Now, Massena is trying to push up on the UK flank, try to slow down their attack on Bernadotte. At the same time, Russia still pushing for this LC. Is he still fighting for this? Not sure, but Austria has gained part of the stone wall. That is the first line of defense. Oh, a grenadier charge! Beautiful. Oh, I'm loving this battle. I am loving this battle. Now you can see the mini-map. Massena's curving around. Oh, do they break them? Oh, no, they do. No, they don't. They don't. They're still standing. We have Massena. He has a very pivotal job right now, guys. He's trying to flank. You see his dragoons really trying to break up. Actually getting some artillery. He's going to break, though. Russia pushing up against Bernadotte. France still holds the town. Marmont's now going to push his corps in. I think France is not panicking, it seems. Like he's holding quite well. But the stone wall is now partially in Austria's control.
Our men are running.
Gonna send in those dragoons against the Grenadiers from Austria. Oh man, Austria's going in again. Look at this tidal wave of Austrians rolling up, trying to catch the French out in melee. Russia still pressing in, maybe gonna go in for this town. Man, oh my gosh, look at this. Austria's going full on the offensive. Oh my gosh, we have cavalry from Russia and line infantry charging in as well. The floodgates have been unleashed. This town is just covered in smoke. Get an overview here. You can see the Russian line holding. Here is where it is starting to waver a little bit. Austria pushing in here. Russia getting ready. Oh my goodness, did I miss this? Those cuirassiers charging in. They're getting flanked though. General probably trying to inspire them. Oh man, 2 cav units break. That cuirassier's gonna make it? Oh my gosh, they're gonna make it. Massena almost behind the coalition's line though, guys. But you can see Austria, I mean, Russia can almost hit them in the back. But Austria is just bleeding through multiple cracks in the French line.
We have killed their general, sir.
Oh, that is a problem. The Lons was playing the 5-point Cathcart. So the UK did lose their general, but still they are going on the offensive. Love it. Still pressing the attack, trying to ignore Massena, who's trying to rush to the assistance. As France forming up, they're basically fighting against a guard. Oh, this is Constantin. Constantin is pushing here. France is holding as best they can, guys. They're white-knuckling it at this point. Holding on to whatever place they can. Russia, looks like they may have gotten thrown back a little bit, trying to rest their core up a little. That was a pretty bloody fight in the street. LOC still held by France, though. See, Russia has to maybe commit to this fight. I don't know.
The men are fatigued, sir, and must rest away.
There we go, some Crosshaires and some Russian guard starting to break apart Bernadottes' corps. As the rest of Bernadotte and Marmont gonna push in, they're basically defending the town right now, guys, until their reinforcements, which Massena is, he has a very crucial role here. He has to reinforce the French who are being so hard pressed. Right now, they are getting absolutely surrounded. Look at the blue all over the place. We have a cav engagement here. Artillery getting taken out by some Guisards. Now maybe Russia's going to push up their light infantry from what I assume is Bagration. French light infantry going to hold. Two of them plus some cav support. They can do it. Russia still deadlocked here with France. But France is still holding the majority of these streets and the LOC as well. Austria is trying to push in. They've taken a section of the town, but not the LOCs themselves. Let's see what Massena can do. Like Cathcart's corps gonna be trying to get. Oh no, this is Russia.
This building has fallen.
They take that LOC, so they take one. The French are rushing to reinforce here. Massena, like I said, still pushing up. Oh, we have a Russian engagement here. They're finally going in. Constantin sending in his guard, plus cavalry, cuirassiers. Oh, it's going to put a lot of stress. Oh, it's lagging because this cavalry is engaging the grenadiers who are in this house and their reserve units are there. Oh, nice charge with more cuirassiers from Russia.
Our men are running.
And France is getting pressed really hard here. Shifting reserves over. Cavalry may actually save the day here, getting a nice flank on Russians that are attacking. Russia made a beautiful attack here. And you can see they're still going in. They're still trying to ignore Massena.
Our men are running.
Forming a square. Oh, Russia repelled, or Russia got thrown back. Oh no. That is unfortunate. That is really unfortunate. Austria is the only one really making an attack here. You can see what's left of the UK trying to fight off Massena. And over here, Russia's been thrown back. I think the French are starting to be able to breathe easy again. Even over here, Russia's getting repelled. It's literally the fight of Aspern, not even Essling. It's the fight of Aspern. The vicious fight for Aspern. There's tons of LOCs. Makes it a very difficult fight, though, for the coalition to make. And that's a tough fight. There's units in the house to just shoot into the flank of the Russians and Austrians the entire time. They did what they could. I think, unfortunately, this is looking to be a Templar victory. I don't really focus on this fight too much, but Massena has a lot of light infantry on the flank here. Its artillery going to be setting up. He's looking to reinforce. The cores are now getting reconnected here. Almost reconnected. Russia's been pushed back out of the town. They have a couple units left, some artillery. Unfortunately, even Austria is starting to run out of men. This town fight is becoming brutal for them. Ville-d-Aspern has some troops across the river. That's a good position to kind of hold. The line's getting more and more thin for this coalition. Tiny little spot, almost entirely surrounded themselves. You see Austria's tried their best to push. Even over here, Russia's run out of troops, I think. This may come down to the LOC thing. I mean, I don't know if the coalition are going to die before it ends. But a beautiful fight, guys. A beautiful fight. Man, I love the fights like this. So close. Oh my gosh, look at the point blank ball. Oh! That was literally point blank. Form a square here. I'll be safe. Austria now trying to stop Massena's corps. You see the coalition slowly but surely shrinking. To Austria, they did quite a bit, considering they didn't have the smallest army, but they had not as big of an army as they were fighting a lot. They were fighting a lot. Uh-oh. Oops. The artillery got forgotten about. I honestly would not have guessed the fight. I honestly thought the fighting was going to happen out here or over here, quite honestly. I did not expect it to be fixated on Aspern. Not gonna lie, did not see that coming. Honestly, Massena's not winning this anymore against Cathcart. I mean, the UK have thrown them back with, of course, Russia's help, but they have repelled them, and actually they're pushing on Bernadotte. I don't think they have enough troops to take the LOCs that they need to take. Honestly, it's just, unfortunately, it's probably not going to happen. Look at that, though. Russia still in this. They have their general here. Not being a coward. Oh. And he's at risk of getting shot. There he is. But we can look at the grand scheme of things here, guys. I mean, both sides, heavy, heavy losses. Man. Looking at this, Soult, he lost 1,400 men, and he started with 21. So he had about 600, roughly around 600 to 700 men left from his corps. And you have, who played? Marmon? Is that Marmon? Bushi was playing... Oh, Bernadotte. He lost 957 men out of his 1,400. I mean, the French did not decisively win this. This is a Pyrrhic victory. Basically. Now it's time to have fun with the, oh yeah, here's all the stuff I put in my reshades. But we're gonna have some cinematic shots now that we basically think it's there's no doubt the coalition are gonna win, or the Imperials are gonna win. So let's just get some cool shots here.
Understood.
Oh, we're gonna have some cavalry charging in, huh? There's the rest of their line. I wish I could just push a button and do this filter, honestly. It'd be so much more fun. Gosh, these guys are dying. They break. Oh, some cavalry charging in here. Yes, sir. They do form their square. Maybe I will play this filter at some point, like just do a whole replay this way. I mean, you just gotta control where you're looking. I feel like it would add so much to these battles. I mean, it adds a lot because it's more suggestibility. Like, that doesn't actually look like a tree, but it's the shape of a tree in the background that makes you think it is. Like, those guys aren't in detail, but they look like men, so it actually, in your, like, that's a lot of paintings, honestly. That's all it is. So we'll see. You guys tell me what you think in the comments if you want me to try a battle with just this filter. It probably would detract maybe too much from the strategic side. More of a cinematic thing than anything. Here you can see the infantry shooting and you see them fighting. You can get the general here in focus.
Their general, sir. Now they must break.
Oh, these poor British getting run down here. It's a massacre if I've ever seen one. Look at these guys, though. That's right, we lasted to the end of the battle. I do believe there's nothing left. See if I zoom out here. I mean, yeah. I think if I made it less strong, maybe it'd still look cool. It just brings everything else out of focus, so your eyes just focus on the one specific type of thing. That's it. Someone fighting for the LLC still? Oh, I do believe there's nothing left. Just some poor Austrians getting run over. Oh, rip these guys. Oh, they form a square. I thought they were dead. They're like, nope. Don't think so. Maybe they're gonna go for an LOC. Or try to, at least. Yeah, at this point I'm just screwing around. I'm just getting cool shots that I think look cool. We have the Russian, the last of the Russian defense here. Ah, here they come. Oh, it ended. All right, well, let me remove this. All right, let me see. I can't remember who sent this one in. Sult, which got some nice kills. 410 men. I bet you that was the unit in the house that just kept shooting into the flank. Honestly, probably a lot of, yeah, the Grenadiers, those guys were in the LOC, guarantee you, and they didn't lose that many men either. Man, that's insane. Anyway, guys, let me pull up the results of this battle, which is a win for the Templars. Here we go. So you can see on the French side, on the Templar side, you have Bird. He's playing a 5-point Marmont, got 707 for the kills. Valentin playing as Soult, 2071 for the kills. Lipton playing as Messena, he got 468. And then Grouchy playing as Bernadotte, and he got 702. So, I mean, they didn't get an insane amount of kills, guys. It came down to some LOC stuff. But on the other side, you have Chain. He was playing Bagration, 776 for the kills. Data L as the Bellegarde, 993. Implex as the Constantin with 937. And then Lons as the Cathcart, got 746 for the kills. So, I mean, besides, you know, Valentin, both sides got some pretty equal kills to each other. And actually, the coalition got even kills average among themselves better than the Imperials did. But still a Templar win. Well played to both sides. Man, I really enjoyed that one. That was a very beautiful battle. Anyway, guys, that will be it for me today. Thank you all so much for joining me. Hope you guys enjoyed. As always, you know, thank you for your support. If you're not subscribed to the channel and you would like to support my channel, help me to get these videos to a larger audience. I will always appreciate the support, even when it comes to likes and comments. It sacrifice. I heard a YouTuber say a sacrifice to the algorithm. I loved that term. That's basically what commenting, liking, or subscribing does. Is it helps get my videos out in the algorithm, and it means a lot to me. So that'll be it today, guys. You have a great rest of your day. Stay safe, and as always, I will catch you all in another video.